Good morning, third graders. Today is Tuesday, April 21st, 2020. We are in Unit 5, Week 1 of My View, and we're going to go ahead and get started. Today we only have 3 pages that we're working on in our Student Interactive. We'll be working on page 454, 455, and then we're skipping forward just a couple pages to page 459. So if you do not have your Student Interactive, go ahead and pause this video and get it out now because having it in front of you will be helpful as well, especially because I'm going to be giving you some hints and you're always welcome to pause the video, write something down, and then continue playing the video. Rewind it, fast forward, do what you need to do as many times as you need to do to use me in this video to help you. So I'm going to go ahead and read the directions to you. We are on page 454. And we're going to work a little bit on the vocabulary. You'll see 4 of the words that we were talking about yesterday. As I read the directions, be listening just like you would in the classroom, and I'll break them down for you just like I would too. Develop vocabulary. In informational texts, authors choose words that accurately describe a topic. These words may be domain-specific words, meaning words that help explain a particular subject. My turn. Use each vocabulary word from the word bank in a sentence that accurately describes people who live in unusual places on Earth. Okay, so what does that mean? You read about unusual places on Earth and you learned about the people that live there. That's how nature and people were connected. Remember yesterday when I asked you to read that timeline and think about how the event in the timeline affected people and affected nature? Well, people and nature are very closely related because we depend on nature, and as people we affect the nature too. So you have the word extreme, spectacular, region, and transport. In the middle of this chart it says people who live in unusual places on Earth. Well, you already have an example there, and the word extreme has already been used. So if you have your pencil, go ahead and cross out or circle extreme so you know that that word has been used. You need to use the word spectacular to describe people that you've read about, region in a sentence describing people you've read about, and transport. I'm going to give you some clues. So my first clue is that you can use the word spectacular to describe the people that lived in a canyon near spectacular waterfalls. Who lived in the canyon near spectacular waterfalls? Go back and reread if you need to. My second hint is for the word region. Think about the people. These people have already been mentioned once on your paper. I wonder who they are. Think about the people who lived in a region of Ethiopia. Think about the people that lived in a region of Ethiopia. And what was so spectacular, using one of our words, about the nature there? Tell me. Your last word is transport. And maybe you can tell me about the people who transported items with sleds, and those sleds were pulled by reindeer. Which people transported items pulled on sleds by reindeer? I hope those clues were helpful to you. Remember, you do not have to use the examples that I've given, but they're hints for you in case you're struggling a little bit. My suggestion would be to rewatch that part of the video. You can always reread. But the main goal is that in these 3 circles, you need to use the 3 words that have not been used yet, spectacular, region, and transport, in a sentence that describes some of the people that you've read about. When you finish this page, you're going to move on to page 455. Page 455. This is our check for understanding page. This is our reading comprehension page. These questions should help you to remember what you read and to challenge you a little bit to think about what you read. Question number 1. It says, what features and characteristics help you identify deep down as an informational text? Remember yesterday when we looked at that anchor chart that gave us information about text features? If it were me, I'd write a little bit about the text features that you were able to identify in deep down. Did you see photographs? Were there headings? Were there diagrams? I don't know, you tell me. Number 2, why did the author include maps with the text? You guys, what's the purpose of a map? Tell me what the map shows. Does it show the location of a place? Number 3, which facts from the text support the idea that the Sami depend on reindeer for their survival? So you're going to go back to the text and reread. How do they depend on reindeer for their survival? I mentioned something on the page that we were just looking at, using that word transport. Maybe that can help you. Question number 4. What is the author's viewpoint on people who live in extreme places? Synthesize information from different sections of the informational text in your response. Now, what in the world does that mean, you guys? Synthesize. Some of you are probably thinking, what does synthesize mean? And even if I know what it means, how do I do that? So what you need to do is take what you know about the author's viewpoint or the author's opinion on people who live in extreme places, and take what you already know and think as well, okay? And you're going to combine the information that you read, combine the information that you're thinking about to tell me, what was the author's goal when writing this? What was their purpose? What did the author want you to understand about the people who live in extreme places, okay? It might not be easy for them. They might have some challenges. All right, when you're ready, you're going to move forward. We're skipping a couple of pages, and then we're moving on to page 459. I know we don't usually do the green pages and the blue pages together on the same day, but we are going to start our reading writing bridge today. And I want to do this because I want to give you guys some hints. So this is our academic vocabulary page. And on this page, you have to fill in this chart using related words. Here's a reminder for you. Related words are words that share roots or word parts. They may have different meanings, syllabications, and pronunciations. Use a print or digital dictionary to check. So again, you can use a dictionary to check, and you have access to that on your fingertips if you have your Chromebook in front of you, which I think most of you probably do. I'm going to zoom in a little bit on this chart, and I want to do an example with you. So the first word is analysis. The related words you can see share that same base or root. Analyze, analyzed. And then there's a blank space right here, and that blank space needs to be filled in. I want to say if I asked you to analyze something and you were doing it right now, you would be what? Analyzing. So you need to write the word analyze, drop your E, and add ing, analyzing. Then you need to fill in the correct form of the word. So it says, Dr. Papas put the cells under a microscope for further blank. For further what? What do you guys think? If you said analysis, the original word, you are correct. So you should fill in this blank with analysis. What I want you to do is go ahead and do the same thing for the word threat, damage, anticipate, and pollution. When you're doing that, try to come up with your own related word. When you're filling in the correct form of the word in the blanks, I'm going to give you a hint. Listen closely. All of these blanks should be filled in with the correct form of the word. And the correct form of the word has already been written on this page, okay? So the correct form of the word is already typed on this page. So your example, when you're filling in your own related word, that's not going to be the word used in these next 4 examples, okay? That's all you have to do today, you guys. Remember, you're working on page 454, 455, and page 459. I hope this video was helpful, and I'll have another one for you tomorrow. I'm gonna go ahead and close my screen and make sure that you guys contact me if you need anything. I'm available.